Peace, 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 peace. What's good, everyone? What's good? This is Professor Griff. Of course, you'll already know that. All right, the Minister of Information, public enemy number one. All right. All right, we're black on the airwaves. Right here at Sirius Mindz RN TV. We're going to be talking about Trump defending the 17-year-old in Kenosha. All right, the one that shot and killed protesters. So we're going to be talking about that particular dynamic, just to hear what you have to say about it, to put the subject on the table so we can discuss it and get a deeper understanding of it. All right. In the meantime, between time, hold on for a second. All right. All right. So yeah, the whole idea of the platform is to discuss issues so we can bring a deeper understanding, different perspectives coming together, different point of references, point of views, so we can kind of talk about it, and so we can kind of have some dialogue about it to come up with some solutions. I've heard all kind of stuff in the news in reference to this particular thing. Now, I think Trump recently just came out and said this. But before we get started, I would definitely like to say, please support this brother's company, Nature's Homage. All right, now there's some very, very serious products. I purchased the products myself and I use them. Let me show you guys. Hold on, don't go nowhere. Whoa. All right, now check this out. This is the one I'm presently taking right here, the Sea Vegetable Medley. All right. Yeah, so all of the sea vegetables, man. Of course, you know I do the sea moss every other day. But these right here, I'm gonna kind of do one at a time. I definitely need to do this right now. The respiratory and mucus cleanse. Started working out really, really heavy, hitting the wooden dummy every single day. In the heavy bag. Picked up the jump rope, trying to get the wind back together. Blood and lymphatic cleanse, parasite and worm cleanse. All right. The brother, he's on IG. Go to Go Veggie Reggie. Go Veggie Reggie. Go Veggie Reggie on IG, and of course on Facebook, Nature's Homage LLC. Go to www.natureshomage.com. That's Nature's HOMAGE.com. Make sure you get the brother's products. All right. Really appreciate y'all. Of course, like I said, we're going to be talking about Trump's supporters rushed to defend one of their own who killed a protester in Kenosha. Thank you, Earth Divine. Go Veggie Reggie on IG. Check him out. He has some decent prices. The brother will work with you. And everything is on point. All right. Nick Sheen, what's good? Yeah, I built a different kind of way. But anyway, all right, let me get my screen back. All right, cool. All right, so we're going to dive into this particular subject, but if you would like to support, I'm looking for my homegirl, Quan. Quan, where you at? I'm looking for my moderator, Quan. Quan, where are you at? Where my phone at? All right. Anyway, of course, you already know Wednesday nights is Mic Check 1 2 1 2. I got a guest artist coming up on Wednesday. I'm going to interview. I'm not going to tell you who he is right now. I'll let y'all know that probably tomorrow or Wednesday. But anyway, we're not going to be live in the studio, but we're going to interview him, watch his video. We're not going to critique it. We're just going to put it out there because I checked it out. The brother's a serious artist. All right. So now this, if you like to support independent black media, please do so by hitting Professor Griff up at $ Professor Griff. Thanks to everyone for the donations. Hold on for a second. Those individuals are, hold on. Tammy Harper definitely supports the program. Alicia Robertson, thank you very much. Really appreciate you. The bar email us. That name is Nazi. The bar email. Okay. Who else? Troy Sherman. All right, Reggie, of course. Indigo Sense. Peace. What's good, man? My man, Indigo. All right, Big Wink. What's good with you, man? All right. G Rock, all the way from Compton, doing the damn thing. Shout out to all of the Sirius Minds family. Really appreciate y'all. Sammy Clay checking in. Everybody on IG. All right. Who else? Latavia Palmer, thank you very much. Sean Carter, Aaron Dillon, David Cooper, Alvin Morris, my sister Sherb. Who else? Nathan McLean. Who else? Callie Love, Starlet Thompson. I got so many people. It's a beautiful thing. All right, thanks to everyone that's given donation to Serious Minds to make sure the platform stays on point. Shout out to Khalid El Hakim. Shout out to the brothers and sisters over there at Like Minds, Like Minds. All right, Like Minds, Like Minds. Quan, what's good with you? Thanks for joining us, Quan. Really appreciate you. I was just about to call you. All right. Shout out to the Serious Minds family. Really appreciate everyone. Of course, we're going to be talking about Trump supporters rush to defend one of their own who killed a protester in Kenosha. All right. I think these subjects that we deal with, we need to put them in perspective and kind of deal with how does that affect us? What does it mean to us? All right. What does it mean to us? And of course, we want to say RIP to our good brother Chadwick Boseman. Yeah, that was that. Let's talk about that first before we talk about anything else. My name is Kim. Hold on. Oh, yes. Greetings, Kim. I ran into Kim today. She said she wanted to advertise on the platform. Shout out to you, Kim. All right. Therapy reflexology. All right. Hold on. Hold up. All right. Shout out to Chadwick Boseman. And I think what we should do is we should kind of do something special. All right, for the brother. If y'all don't mind. All right. So what I need everyone to do right now is just press the pause button. Stop typing. Stop texting. Just pause for a minute. Pause for 1 minute. Pause. We're going to get a candle. We're going to light it, and we're going to let it burn until it burns. I need you to do the same thing, regardless of what kind of candle you have. All right, so do me a favor. Stop texting. All right. All right, so let's get a candle. Let's light it for the brother. Hold on for a second. All right. So everyone get a candle. I'm not sure if you got one this big, but get whatever candle. If you don't have a candle, get an incense. All right, something natural smelling, not the fake one you buy from the discount mall. Make sure it's something natural. All right. And of course, we pull and we call on the spirits of our ancestors to be among us. This brother, very dynamic brother. I think I've saw every film except one that this brother has been in. Beautiful person, beautiful actor, beautiful human being. And we're going to light this for our good brother. All right. We're going to let it burn until it burn out. All right. We give praise and thanks to the Creator, whatever you call the Creator, for our good brother. All right. And may his spirit, and may the brother's name, may his energy, may his spirit live among us. All right, forever. May his spirit inspire other people. Good brother who left us too soon. All right. I need y'all to do a silent meditation right now. Just bow your head, no words. Say a silent prayer and silent meditation for our good brother. All right. All right. What we're going to do right now, let's put every film that this brother made up on the screen. All right. And Tamika Gardner says, how come no one knew about that Chad said? No one is supposed to know. There's some shit going on with Professor Griff right now. I'm not going to tell anyone but my wife. No one else needs to know that. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know, when you are, depends on the individual. I don't want everyone knowing my business. You understand what I'm saying? All right. That's just the way his family, he wanted to handle it, and his family wanted to handle it. All right. Let me put this in my sacred space over here. All right. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. May the spirit of that brother live. All right. So we're not going to get into why no one knew and all this kind of stuff. I think it's a very personal thing when you're battling certain things. I'm not letting everyone know about every illness, every ache, there's some things that you keep between you and your close friends and your family. All right. And right, everyone don't have to broadcast everything about their lives. All right. I think we take this whole celebrity thing just a little bit too far. You don't need to know everything about Professor Griff. All right. But he gave us 21 bridges, right? Okay, they should give you an idea of the brother's talent, what he wanted to share with us. All right, what else did he give us? He gave us 21 bridges. Come on, family. All right, Quan, I want you to step this up. Anything foul on here, just block them. No second chances, no nothing. Whoever comes with the madness, just block them. All right. What other movies was he in? James Brown. Oh, man. The brother did the damn thing in the James Brown movie. All right, he was in 42. All right. Black Panther. Message from the King. Get on up to James Brown story, right? All right. Oh, he was in God of Egypt. That's the one I think I missed. All right. Oh, I'm sorry, Quan. I'm on it. Seriously. Dude talking some foul stuff, whoever that was. It's just disrespectful. I know I'm quick on the draw. Yeah, Jackie Robinson. All right. Avengers. Infinity War. The Five Bloods. The brother. There's a beautiful brother and a beautiful spirit. Let's do whatever we can do. Marshall, oh man, yeah. Yeah. Let's see whatever you could do on an individual level and then a group, collective, that we can honor the brother, however we can do it. All right? However we can do it. I want to talk about, but I want to put more information together. There's a news story that I heard, and it talked about the They arrested, I believe, over 40 people in a sting, 400 or 40 in a sting operation. Hold on for a second. Hold on. Peace, Queen. The news program we watched today arrest 40 or 400 people in the sting operation dealing with human trafficking of children. It was ridiculous. It was 39 with the king. Right. It was in Georgia. Thank you very much. 39 people. Wow. They rescued 39 children in a Pizzagate situation. 39 children. But I'm sorry, how many people were arrested? I'm getting the information together to talk about that because I was talking to Soleil and I was like, why isn't that headline news? All this human trafficking and all this other stuff going on. Why isn't that headline news? Why isn't that like, yeah, something is going on behind the scenes and we need to kind of pull it up? Seriously, man. Seriously. 39 people arrested. How many children did they pull out of those situations? So it had to be an ongoing thing. It had to be a thing that just didn't start yesterday. All right, it had to be an ongoing thing. All right, so let's dive into this particular subject matter dealing with Trump supporters defend the 17-year-old that shot down the protesters. But if you would like to purchase any merchandise, of course, you got to go to my website, www.professorgriff.me. And of course, on Wednesday night at 9 o'clock, we have the mic check 1 2 1 2. Submit your songs right now. Please submit your songs right now. All right. Anyone would like to donate to support independent media, you can do so by hitting the Cash App, that's $ Professor Griff, or hit the super chat right here if you are on YouTube. All right. Hit the super chat right here, right now. Now listen, the class is coming up, all right, on the 10th. All right. We got 10 days to prepare. I've been getting everything together. All right. I need you to come with open mind and open heart. All right. And some common sense. So we could put this thing together, meet each other halfway so we could push this thing forward and make it happen. All right. The survival preparedness class. All right. It's coming up on the 10th. All right. If you haven't signed up for it, it's $35. Just hit me up at www.professorgriff.me. Sign up there. All right. All right. If you're over here on YouTube, if you're over here on Facebook, you got to hit me up. Desmond Owens. Peace. Give thanks, man. Oh, give thanks, Desmond Owens. Really appreciate you. Thanks for the donation, good bro. All right. All right. So if you're on here on YouTube, listen, we got to build these numbers up to kind of make some power moves on this YouTube thing. Let's make it happen. Subscribe, share it with 3 people. All right. Let's do whatever we can do. All right. Thanks, Desmond. Really appreciate you. All right. Tasha Williams, what's up? What's good with you? All right. So let's play this little clip. Hold on for a second, because I want to get the
starting off here at 6 with some breaking news. Chaos
picture of what's going on in case people don't know what I'm talking about. I'm going to pull up the clip where Trump actually said that he's actually supporting the 17-year-old. He said he acted in self-defense. So let's talk.
Starting off here at 6 with some breaking news. Chaos in Kenosha for a 3rd straight night. A teenage boy from Illinois suspected of shooting and killing 2 protesters who were there demanding justice for Jacob Blake, the man shot by Kenosha police.
Good evening, everyone. We have team coverage beginning with WGN's Mike Lowe live at the Kenosha County Courthouse. Mike?
Patrick and Micah, good evening to you both once again. You can see behind me there is a crowd of protesters. They have come once again to the Kenosha County Courthouse because this building has come to exemplify the justice system that many of them say is not working. Though tonight, the prosecutor here in Kenosha County is bringing charges, or is expected to bring charges, against a teenager from Northern Illinois who allegedly shot demonstrators in the street last night.
A 17-year-old individual from Antioch, Illinois, was involved in the use of firearms to resolve whatever conflict was in place. The result of it was 2 people are dead.
Authorities announced the arrest of 17-year-old Kyle Rittenhouse of Antioch, Illinois, in connection with the fatal shooting of 2 people, a 26-year-old from Silver Lake and a 36-year-old from Kenosha. A 26-year-old from West Allis was also injured during the chaotic confrontation last night.
And once they got to this parking lot, of course, they went to the cars that was over there, started knocking out windows. They lit one car on fire over there.
Jalen Goodlow is a security guard at the hospital across the street, and he says he took cover behind his car.
The moment I got behind my vehicle, that's when shots were fired.
It was 11:45, nearly 4 hours after the citywide curfew had taken effect. This video shows a young man sitting in the middle of the street, aiming a long gun at people who were running down the street. He gets up and walks away as gunfire rings out and walks right past nearby officers.
In situations that are high stress, you have such an incredible tunnel vision. You have no idea what's outside right here if you're looking right here.
Law enforcement went to help the shooting victims. Members of a group calling themselves the Kenosha Guard had pledged to protect the city.
Somebody approached somebody with a gun and shots were fired. And unfortunately, we got 2 people who were shot, possibly a third.
Activists say the armed people are acting as an accelerant.
Armed militia are now coming to these protests, which is almost similar to putting gasoline on an already burning situation.
Kenosha Police Chief Daniel Miskinis was pressed repeatedly, but did not condemn the armed citizens as dangerous.
Across this nation, there have been armed civilians who have come out to exercise their constitutional right and to potentially protect property.
As the city struggles to maintain order, Kenosha County Sheriff David Beth said he's been asked to deputize armed citizens.
And I'm like, oh, hell no. And what happened last night, and I think Chief Miskinis is going to talk about it, was probably the perfect reason why I wouldn't.
Meantime, the mayor is calling for calm after days of rage.
We need to make sure that we help create or stop this divide and this anger that is going on in this country. And that only begins with each one of us willing to honestly talk with each other.
All right, so now someone gets shot in Kenosha by the 17-year-old white kid, all right? You heard the chief say he's not going to deputize these armed militia, but the armed militia are showing up to these particular protests, all right? Now, we got to start asking the question, for what? If you're protecting property, then stay on the property that you're protecting, all right? If you are protecting, what are you protecting? No one else is there with guns. You're walking down the street with an AR-15 loaded, banana clip, 30-round mag. Okay, looking for what? Doing what? If you're protecting a particular property, secure the property and let that be that. Let me pull up what Donald Trump had to say. Hold on. Let me see if I can find something. Trump suggested Kyle Rittenhouse acted in self.
Are you going to condemn the actions?
Let's see what Donald Trump has to say. All right, hold on one second, family.
Are you going to condemn the actions of vigilantes like Kyle Rittenhouse?
Well, we're looking at all of it. That was an interesting situation. You saw the same tape as I saw. And he was trying to get away from them, I guess, it looks like. And he fell. And then they very violently attacked him. And it was something that we're looking at right now, and it's under investigation. But I guess he was in very big trouble. He would have been. He probably would have been killed. But it's under investigation.
Do you think private citizens should be taking guns?
I'd like to see law enforcement take care of everything. I think everything should be taken care of law enforcement. But again, we have to give our cops back, our police back, their dignity, the respect. They're very talented people. They're strong. They're tough. They can do the job. But we've taken it away. We don't want to have. When somebody makes a mistake, he chokes, or in some cases you have bad cops, so we have to take care of that. In other cases, they choke. They have a quarter of a second to make a decision. And sometimes they make the wrong decision. If they make the wrong decision, if they make the wrong decision in the other direction, they're probably dead. So they choke sometimes. And that goes on the evening news for weeks. And the thousands and tens of thousands of great things they do, nobody covers that. Nobody writes about that. But if they make a mistake, and again, the bad cops, everybody agrees they have to be very tough on bad cops. But sometimes you have a cop or a police person who is a good police person, right? Good. But they choke. The timing, and they go through this and they study this and they work on it all the time. They literally have a quarter of a second to make.
Yeah, it's quarter of a second stuff. I don't know. That's coded language. I don't know what that is. Anyway, 17-year-old. Let me ask everyone. Let me ask you something, family. At 17 years old, did you have the mental capacity to go out in the middle of a protest, which the news have been saying have been riots? Now, a 17-year-old carrying a firearm, probably illegal because he's 17 and then he's in another state. All right, we got to do the research on whether or not if the states are compatible. Illinois, Wisconsin, do they honor each other's gun law? All right, so he's walking down the street now, claiming that he's protecting a property. All right. I saw the interview of him prior to the shooting, and he just seemed like kind of innocent kind of kid under the guidance of older men who were also armed, protecting the same property. Should they have left them alone out like that and walking down the street? No, not at all. Yeah. Some people say the president is incompetent, and kind of like even with the facts, the whole racist thing kind of kicks in. And the only thing that you can say is, police officers choke. Well, then, yeah, they either need more training or they need to be switched to desk duty. All right. You need more compassionate police, more compassionate and different training, different equipment. There are such things as non-lethal weapons, which we're going to go over in the class. Yeah. So do you think that at 17, you have the mental capacity and the wherewithal to carry an automatic weapon at a protest? So you're saying after the arrest, he was sent to juvie? Okay. So should he be charged as an adult? But the thing that got me is the cops was walking right past this particular individual who was well armed after there was gunshots. Trust me, I thought I had it going on at 17, and nah. Although I did carry weapons, but I was never in those situations that I didn't want to put myself in those situations. All right. I didn't have the emotional fortitude or the wherewithal emotionally to kind of carry a firearm in those situations. All right. You're right, Monique Hill. They kind of grew up with weapons, so they're used to carrying weapons. I was saying to someone recently that they We're the ones that go to the range. They're not necessarily the ones that go to the range because they kind of stay on their own property because they have property to shoot. They got, you know, acres and acres where they can set up firearm training. Where's our acres of land that we can go shoot? So how many of y'all think that he should be charged? And then what should he be charged with? All right, let's answer that question. What should he be charged with? Now, I mean, can we go by the law? All right. The letter of the law. Does the letter of the law say that he's going to get off? So they said they charged him with homicide, but should he get off? All right. What do the gun rights advocates say? Are they going to come to his aid? Help me out, family. I mean, I truly want to know. So they said a 17-year-old was charged with murder at the Black Lives Matter protest. So you have white people on one side protecting the people at the Black Lives Matter protest, but then you have armed militia showing up. All right, maybe we got some. The Black Plumber 333. It's illegal for a 17-year-old to own a firearm. It is also illegal for 20-round magazines in the state of Illinois. Wow. It is also illegal to carry guns across state lines. It is also illegal to kill and murder. Wow. Ernst, what's good with you, bro? Enemies Public, what's happening with you? Wow. The Black Plumber laid it out. Black Plumber 333 just laid it out. It is illegal. It is illegal. So Trump came to his side already. Wow. We do have to understand the dynamics in this. More and more people that do not look like us are showing up to the protests. We don't know what other dynamics they're bringing to the protest. I know Joe Mullins, he said there's nobody black out there from the Black Lives Matter groups. What is this turning into? Like, help me out. So if Black Lives Matter have actually commandeered and have taken over and narrating this whole protest movement all over the country, is this what happened? I mean, the people I know that went out to protest, went out with candles, went out with the idea of supporting Jacob Blake. Not necessarily Black Lives Matter. Some people I know feel that that is the focal point, and they're going to rally with other people that have Black Lives Matter at the front of their minds. But yeah, I'm not sure about that. If Black Lives Matter is the focal point, then what happened to whether or not there's a lot of weight. Let me just say this, let me interrupt myself. There's a lot of people that think Jacob Blake is guilty. But I asked the question last broadcast, guilty of what? And I got a few answers which were valid. But hold on for a second. Let's play this. And this is where it gets ugly for me. Not only in Kenosha, Wisconsin, it gets crazy for me in kind of confusing even in Portland and other places. I'm seeing white boys driving around in pickup trucks armed, shooting paintballs at people. All right. The Black Plumber 333 says they already set up a legal fund for him. He already has representation. And I heard the legal fund is already up to $100,000 to defend this young white 17-year-old. All right. We already know that they're putting people in the protests. Someone said Kyle Rittenhouse was a school shooter in quarantine. God damn. That's deep. Daniel Ohim. That's deep. Wow. Kyle Rittenhouse was a school shooter in quarantine. They're trying to say that Black Lives Matter is a terrorist group, but they never said that the Ku Klux Klan is a terrorist organization. I'm trying to understand what terrorism has Black Lives Matter actually committed. Where at? Help me out, family. I just want to get to the bottom of it. I'm facilitating the conversation. Help me out. I want to know. Yeah. Help me out. I'm curious. I just want to know. You already know he is set up and ready to be defended. Right. So basically what you're saying is the George Soros funded organization. There are other people coming and implanting themselves in these protests that's causing some of these things. Yeah, his classmates said that he believed he would be a school shooter. Also, Kyle was videoed beating up a young white girl just last month. Wow. Now, how come they don't bring that out? Because if he was black, they would have dug up all that already. Am I right or wrong? Yeah, they would have dug that up already. Y'all already know that. Beautiful Bayana. Yeah, we already know Soros is the problem. They never really set the criteria to what a terrorist is. They just want to label those who defy them as terrorists. Wow. The Black Lives Matter movement thing has been taken over by white folks. They are agitating in the name of the Black Lives Matter when most of us aren't even out there damaging everything. Okay? That's Be Real 777. Someone put on here, the founders, 3 black women are lesbians. Okay, so how does that affect protests? How does that affect the fact that they're lesbians? How does that affect? Talk to me. Help me understand that particular statement. King Energy 44. Help me out with that. All right? Keep in mind, I'm facilitating a conversation. I want to know. And I want the people to know, because when we put statements up there like that, are you saying that because of who they sleep with, that could affect, or who they love, or who they... Somebody give me a deeper understanding of that, please. Ernest Grant, what's good with you, man? They would have dug up everything like his grades and how many times he's been absent from school and so on if he was black. Yeah, you're right about that, man. If he was black, they would have dug up everything. But we don't hear anything about this kid. You're right, Booker. Everyone has an agenda, man. Everyone has an agenda. All right, solo underscore 5000. You're right. That's what I thought. PsyOps. Psychological operation. Some people are going to get sacrificed. Some people are going to be cannon fodder. Some people are going to be collateral damage. All right. I mean, if we're going to discuss it, let's discuss it. Let's stop hiding. This is why we have a platform like this, so we could be open and discuss it. The gentleman mentioned the fact that the 3 young ladies that started Black Lives Matter are lesbians, and I'm questioning that individual on that. All right. And I'm saying, how does lesbianism going to affect the outcome, the end game, the protest, the whatever? I'm here to learn. Talk to me. Boulder Rockets, I feel the same way you feel. Transhumanism is the end game. What is transhumanism? All right, this conversation is going all over the place. All right. Black Lives Matter was created by 3 lesbian black women whom in their manifesto clearly want to dismantle the nuclear. Okay, I understand now. I got you, Monique. Thank you, Monique. That was very intelligent, and thank you for giving us that information. This is what I'm looking for. Let's make sense. Let's dialogue with one another. They want to dismantle the nuclear families and push their agenda, which is disproportionately affecting black people in America. Thank you, Monique C. Let's sound intelligent. Let's talk to one another. Let's dialogue so people can understand. We can't just get on here and start calling names. So-and-so's gay. So-and-so's a dyke. So-and-so's a lesbian. So-and-so's a fag. So-and-so is whatever. So-and-so's a punk. So-and-so. Why can't we be a little bit more intelligent? Because serious minds attract serious minds. The news thing just came up on my screen. It says they are U.S. Marshals find 39 missing children in Georgia during the operation Not Forgotten. We're going to talk about that in depth tomorrow. All right. Okay. All right. So then if the George Soros money is behind these particular black women that created and came up with Black Lives Matter, then what is the end game? Pull up their manifesto to show the people. I can't pull up their manifesto because I can try to pull up the manifesto. I think I'll probably have to do that at another time, Monique. I don't want the conversation to be about 3 lesbian women who created Black Lives Matter. We're talking about the President of the United States, chief, who's supposed to be the head person in charge, right? This is what the conversation is about. Defending the 17-year-old who shot and killed 2 people. That's what the conversation is about. I really appreciate the other information. And when we get time, Monique, we're going to talk about that on another show. All right? Because there's a long list of things that George Soros has done. Not only funding camps on both sides, because that seems like that's part of the playbook. All right? Why would the commander-in-chief, the president of the United States, watch a video and come on national TV and say this Antioch resident, Rittenhouse, 17-year-old, shooting 2 people. Why would he basically say acted in self-defense? Ernest Grant said the Black Lives Matter is the new NAACP. What do y'all think about that? So that's heavy when the president says that. And basically what he does, he blows the proverbial dog whistle. Thank you, Joe Mullins. He blows the proverbial dog whistle. So when he says it's self-defense, that sends the signal out to all the other young, racist, white supremacist, race soldiers to come out with any militia that they belong to come out to these protests now. No, Mac 336. No, I don't think it's staged. I don't think it's staged. That's just me. I don't think it's staged. When you say it's staged, what about it is staged to you? What about it is staged? I tell Mari says destroying the white supremacy power structure destroys the economic and moral foundation of this country. All right. Trump is playing both sides. Which sides are you talking about? Talk to me. I know we're having one conversation, but different aspects of it. We're looking at it from different angles. All right. Yeah, I know. Muhammad in the comments. So yeah, you're right. 2 men lost their lives. 1 lost his arm, and people are asking if it's staged. Help me out. I'm trying to understand that dynamic. Mac 336, talk to me, man. Mac, don't come back with that. Don't say it's all a game. 2 men lost their lives and 1 lost their arm, and it's all a game. Come on, bro. No. Staged only in the sense that they wanted the audience. That I could agree with. They wanted the audience, and they got the audience. No, it wasn't staged. Nah. I mean, we've yet to come on here and really piece apart why Kamala Harris and Joe Biden are maneuvering and positioning themselves to try to get the black vote. We already know that they're not going to do anything for us. So that's, yeah. We already know that. So when you say staged, that tends to say to me, prior to the protest happening, which no one went and got a permit for a protest, people just show up. All right? So, no, I don't think it's staged. I think people know that the protest is going to happen, knowing that there's going to be some people out there, and position themselves to show up on the scene to do whatever they're going to do, to carry forth their agenda. Now, are those people working with law enforcement? Are those people working with some hidden forces, hidden hand, or whomever? That we don't know. They wanted us to see the cops giving the shooter praise and letting him go. Wow. I think what we need to start doing before we keep acting on emotion, I think we need to think some things through. And that's just Professor Griff saying that. All right. Yeah, someone said it right. Where are the black people at these Black Lives Matter protests? Yeah, so I'm trying to, yeah. So I think if we were to galvanize our energy, right? So either you're not going to be out there and you're going to do something at home, you're going to strategize. Don't just sit back and do nothing, but you criticize the people that are doing something. All right? Okay. I don't think the sheriff is trying to introduce. I think what the sheriff was asked, whether or not he would deputize these militia. And I've said that several shows ago, that when it all goes down, they're going to deputize these militia. This is why it's mandatory that you get in an organization. What's wrong with you getting in an organization? Gold Locks says these protesters are setting up a platform for our demise. We should be strategizing and being in the fields. You're absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Yeah, the plainclothes agents are out there. We already know that. We've said that. All right. Summer Solstice 21 said the NFAC. But we need more organizations. If people don't trust the NFAC or whatever other black organization, or you understand what I'm saying, then create your own, but let's see your work. Let's not keep talking. Let's see your work. Solo underscore 5000. We do need to get on code. Black men especially need to get on code. Black men will come on here and talk shit, but won't go do anything. Nada, nothing. So yeah. So all these, to me, when I watch it, is an example for me on what to do and what not to do, how we need to organize, how we need to move. All right. And the only way we're going to be able to move is we stay on code and bring those like-minded and serious-minded people together. That's about the business. That's about the business of protecting our people. Hold on. Two strangers with the same first name and a terrifying story about blah, 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 blah. Okay, what does that got to do with me? Oh, they're using tranquilizers. So the police are using tranquilizers now. Now they're stepping it up. So every state is going to give the green light on that. So now you out there protesting. They're not going to shoot you. They're not going to shoot you with rubber bullets. They're going to shoot you with a tranquilizer and put you to sleep. You said they killed a brother with that, a tranquilizer? Thank you very much, man. Audi Presley, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. The bootlickers are championing their own eventual demise. You speak up and out against us, thinking white people love you like that? Nah. Nope. Now, which company is going to get the green light to produce and mass produce tranquilizers? And just like they take down animals and put them to sleep, yeah, they're going to start shooting black people like that. Regina, B culture, they're out there for different reasons. And we have to understand that. So tomorrow we're going to talk about the sex trafficking of these children. Why 39 people are arrested and not in the headlines. It's just a blurb on the news. That's it. All right. All right. So support independent media. My cash app is $sign Professor Griff. I'm sure you just send $1, send a food stamp. Send some advice. Something. Just say, yo, Griff, my phone number is 678-557-2919. But we do need to talk about how the sports players have galvanized and came together and they're moving on one accord. We need to discuss that also. All right? Okay. So, family, the class is coming up September 10th. September 10th, the Survival Preparedness class. Go to my website, www.professorgriff.me. Sign up for the class tonight, right now. All right, everyone on YouTube, on the super chat, hit the super chat and support independent black media. Independent black media. All right. We have to stay on top of this, man, and be able to kind of each one teach three, educate one another. All right, because our relatives and our friends are out there on the front lines. All right. Griff, where you get that ankh? I don't know. Well, a sister gave it to me somewhere in my travels. I think in Dallas. All right. At Sankofa in Dallas. The restaurant or something. I'm not even sure. All right. All right, family. Once again, make sure you'll support this brother in his effort to get the information out. Nature's Homage. All right. Make sure you support his company. All right. All right, it's Professor Griff. I love y'all to life. Peace. I got to get ready to get out of here. I will see y'all tomorrow night. Quan, you stay up. All right. If you would like to participate in the emergency preparedness class, you can submit your payments online at www.paypal.me/Professor Griff Corp. All right. Please indicate in the notes what you're paying for. All right. All right, Quan, I might be coming that way, man. Sankofa wants to sponsor Sirius Mindz to do something every single month. So I'll let you know. All right. Quan said, Dad, you want to put me to work again. All right, Ernsta, peace, man. We'll talk. All right, Sirius Mindz family. All right, peace.